Hello and welcome everyone to today's coding challenge. Today we are discussing a daily question of lead code, and this is our day 429. Today's question is question number 2016, maximum difference between increasing elements. We have given a zero index integer array of nums of size n. In that we have to find the maximum difference between nums of I and nums of j, that is nums of j minus nums of I, such that I is less than j and nums of I is always less than nums of j, and then we have to return the maximum difference possible. If no such I and j exist, then we have to return -1. So let us look at the example number 1. We have given that nums equals to 7, 1, 5 and 4. In this array we can clearly see that the maximum difference between such two pairs I and j is 4, such that nums of j is greater than nums of I, and j is basically after the ith index. So in to solve this problem we can use two nested loops. Basically, one is starts from I equals to 0 and goes till I is less than n, and the other starts from j equals to I plus 1 and again goes till the last element. And in that nested inside for loop we can check if nums of j is greater than nums of I. So what is the current difference between nums of j and nums of I, and then we have to update our result to maximum of the result and the current difference, and by doing this we can get our answer as 4 in this case. But doing this from two nested loops is basically costed. This is that will be a big of n square solution, and we have to find a solution that is less than big of n square, and it is possible to find that solution in this problem. So let us first visualize our code for that. Here we can see that there is a code, and this is example number 1, and in this example we clearly see that our answer is basically these two pairs, where this 5 is nums of j and this 1 is nums of I, and the maximum difference possible is 4. So what we have to do, we have to first maintain our result variable, that is firstly initialize with 0, and then we have to maintain a or initialize a minimum number to the int max first, and then we have to start a loop and start iterating our array. So as we start iterating this array, our I points to this location first. I points to this, and we have to find the current minimum elements till this location possible. So update our minimum num to the minimum possible value till this ith index. Minimum num is int max and nums of I is basically 7, so 7 is less than this int max, so minimum num contains this 7 now. So let us name this as minimum num. Minimum num is 7 now. So we have to update our result Our result is initially 0, so we have to find maximum of the previous result, and nums of I minus nums of n. What is this nums of I will give us? Let us suppose the current minimum till this index is this one, and what we are doing here is basically checking that condition that nums of j is greater than nums of I, because the current minimum till this index the current minimum is 1, and this is basically the ith index, and this is jth index for us. So this will ensure that nums of j is always greater than nums of I, and that is why we are using nums of I minus minimum number and not the minimum number minus nums of I. This is because of this condition, and this will ensure that this condition gets hold. So now let's erase this all. Our minimum number till this index is 7, so this is 7 minus 7, that means 0. So our result is 0. Maximum of these two is 0. Result is 0 now. So update our index from this to this, and let us erase the previous indices. Our result is currently 0, and minimum number till this index is 7. Now moving on this index, we have to first update our minimum number till this index possible, and as we can see, minimum number till this index is compared to previous minimum number, that is 7, and minimum of this current, that means 1, and minimum of this 7 and 1 is basically 1. So this minimum is now 1. So update our minimum now. This will contain 1 now, and after updating our minimum till this index, we have to update our result as well, and result is f max of result, that means previous result is 0, and nums of I, that means this one, and minus this current minimum till now, that means 1 minus 1, that is 0. So our result is 0 this time. Moving on the next iteration, let us erase this and move to this iteration. We have to first find out what will be the minimum number till this index, and this time we have to find the minimum of this previous minimum number, that is 1, and this 5, and as we can see, till this index the minimum is 1. So let us erase this, and now we have to update our result. Result is basically 0. First let us erase this. Result is 0, and nums of I, that means 5, minus minimum number possible till this index, that means 5 minus 1, that is 4, and update our result to maximum of these two values, that means 4. So result is 4 now. So let us erase this 0 from here. Result is 4 now, and minimum number till this index is 1. Moving on the next iteration, this 4, minimum number is basically minimum of this 4 and 1, that is 1, and maximum result possible is previous result 4 comma nums of I, that means 4 minus 1, that is 3, and maximum of these two is 4 only, so our result contains 4 as answer. And after completing this, again we have to check one condition. And what will be that? The condition is, in that case, if we do not find any of the element that is previously smaller than this current index, that means let us look at this example number 2. And now let us visualize our concept for this code. Let us first erase the previous results. Our result is 0 and minimum number is maximum value possible for integers. Our I starts from this, and minimum number till this index possible is basically minimum of integer of max and this current nums of I, that means minimum number is 9 till this index. So we have to update our result to the previous result, that means 0, and this nums of I, that means 9 minus 9, 0, and result contains maximum of these two values, that means 0 only. So let us erase them. Result is 0, and moving on the next iteration, this is 4. Current minimum, the minimum number till this index is now updated from this 9 and this 4, that means the minimum value among these two, and that is 4. So our minimum number till this index is now 4, and we have to update our result as well. Result is 0 minus 4 minus 4, that means 0 this time. So moving on the next iteration, this 3, minimum number till this index is updated to 3, and our result is 0, again 0. Moving on the next iteration, minimum number till this index is updated to 2, but our result is still 0. And this is because moving in the next right direction, we do not find any greater number that have any smaller number behind that, so that our result gets updated. And that is why after doing this all, our result is still 0. And in that case, it is clearly mentioned that if no such I and j exist, we have to return -1. So in that case, if result is equals to 0, after doing all the operations, we have to return -1, otherwise we have to return our result. So this is a big O of n solution, and this is a optimized approach for a big O of n square solution. Although a big O of n square solution is more feasible and easy for new buyers, but thinking of a big O of n solution is really easy in this code, and I hope you all understand this concept. So now let us code this and check if it is running fine or not. Let us first take the size of this nums array, and then we have to declare our result and minimum number till any index is integer of max. Iterate over the array update our current minimum element till this index. So our minimum num is this. Update our result. Our result is actually the maximum possible of the previous and nums of I minus current minimum till this index. That means this. And finally we have to check if res is equals to 0, then we have to return -1, otherwise we have to return this res. Let us run this and check if it is running fine or not. And this is running fine, so let us submit this. So this will pass all these 54 test cases and it beats almost 100% with a runtime of 0 ms, because it is a big O of n solution, and the other solutions that are greater than this 0 ms runtime is basically maybe big O of n square solutions. So this will complete our current streak to 430 days. And thank you so much guys, and I hope you all understand the concept. So do like and subscribe to this YouTube channel and keep doing coding daily. Thank you guys.